Hi girls, I told you I would update today after my doctor's appointment, and it is well after my doctor's appointment. It is 7:01 my time. My appointment was at 8:30, and, I'm sorry, 9:30. I've been up since 4:45 a.m. because I woke up and could not go back to sleep. Okay, so we went in, we got there at about 8:40. I filled out my paperwork in the truck and then took it back into the doctor's office. We came back in and we waited probably 15 minutes, and we were called back to like a little triage room where they took my history down and my husband's history and did my blood pressure and all that. And then we waited about a half hour in there, and I started to get irritated. Started to think, oh God, this is hopeless. They're just pushing us back here because they want to charge us more money for the longer we're here. So, finally the doctor comes in, and he's like, you can follow me to my office. And we went to his office. It wasn't like an exam room or anything like that. It was just a normal office. You sit down and you talk to the doctor and tell him what you want, and he tells me everything that he thinks I should know, everything he plans to do for us, and all the tests that we need to do. So, first he hands us this patient guide to ART. This is if it comes down to IVF. It's a pretty thick little packet too, so it's not very thin. Explains a lot. I haven't gone through them yet, but he wants me to read through that just in case. And I did tell him about Luke's low count, my husband's low count, and he gave Luke this. He wants Luke to read through it. It's pretty thick as well. Just a little guide, pretty much. And then he gave me, hold on. He gave me this. Well, I don't care if you see that. That was just my price for an ultrasound. Ovulation, induction, intrauterine insemination patient guide. So, yeah, it's actually very thick, and it has some drug facts in the back of it, little pamphlets on, I think it's Follistim and Pregnol, Pregnol and Follistim. So that explains all that, and I have to go through that as well. So, just to explain, this doctor is from a different country. He can hardly speak English. I could pretty much understand most of what he was saying, though. Other than that, this man is wonderful. I am so blessed so far. Everyone that did pray for us, I thank you dearly, because it worked. Okay, the first thing he went over was what he wants us to do test-wise. Today is cycle day 3, and he wanted to check my ovaries and all that. So, we went through some blood work first, me and my husband both, just to test for a blood type, HIV, my hormones, his hormones. So, yeah. We did our blood work, and then we went back out into the waiting room. And he took me in for an ultrasound to check my ovaries. Sorry, I keep saying, I'm just trying to remember. Anyways, so he checked my ovaries, and it was kind of painful because it is cycle day 3, and gross. But it was something that, I'd wanted done. And come to find out, I do have PCOS. Even though I have pretty normal cycles, I didn't know that I could still have PCOS with normal cycles. So, yeah. I think it was my left ovary has quite a few cysts on it. Which would make sense to me. So he did say that my follicles look good. I think he said there was 15 follicles in each ovary, and that was really good. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, that 3 or 15 little eggs that, have the possibility of later on in life ovulating in each ovary. So yeah, so that was good. Besides the cysts on my ovaries. So, yeah. So anyways, he set me up on Clomid, 50 milligrams. And the only reason he did that is because I told him about how my referral is only going to last 6 months, and I really didn't want to waste this month away on just getting tests done. So he set me up on 50 milligrams of Clomid, and I will go back on cycle day 11, which I believe will be the 27th, and have another ultrasound to check my follicles or whatever and make sure they're growing correctly, and then I have one that's about to pop, is what the way he put it, to come out. And if I do, then I'm going to get an HSG or HCG shot to help me release my egg or eggs. And then 36 hours later, I will come back, and my husband and I are getting our first IUI. So, I mean, this is all happening so fast. I never thought in a million years we'd get this far. Also, he wants, obviously, another semen analysis from my husband, and that is really exciting. Not that he wants the semen analysis, but because our insurance covers almost all of it. It's $8, his semen analysis is. So if he has to have 5 to check him over the years, next couple of years, $8, we could do that all day long. But, and then the only thing that was really pricey today was my ultrasound was like $86. So yeah. I may end up having to put this in 2 videos, guys, because it is pretty lengthy. So my husband, he wants my husband to come back before we obviously do the IUI. So I think we're going to make an appointment for him to go back to get his test the same day I go back for my ultrasound to check my follicles. So, yeah. So, total cost today with insurance covered was $169.54, and I was in that doctor's office for 3.5 hours. I was shocked. I'm just hoping my blood work comes back healthy, and Luke's does, and I just feel like this has been a godsend. This guy is wonderful. He's not too far from our house. I think about 15 minutes. And he does early things, so my husband can take like an hour off of work in the morning and go do what he has to do. Let's see. What else went on today? Oh, plus my Clomid was covered by half. One round of 50 milligram Clomid, $9 normally at Walmart. I got it for $4.50. So that was a good sign. Also, they are shipping my HSG shot to me because apparently it's cheaper to get it through the mail than it would be at a pharmacy, and easier. So they're mailing it to me. And when I go in for my next ultrasound, I take it in. And then obviously if my eggs are growing right, then they give it to me there. So at least I won't have to do it myself. That I was kind of scared about. If this doesn't work, then I have to cut this short up. Be back for number 2.